शना जांदी सावन दातु लाल जी किर पाल जी सारे जगदातु पाली आए तेरे दरबार जी झोली भर देह खाली कीते सिकाल दाता के निभा जा आके निभा जा भूल मेरी दिल चसमा जा दिल चसमा जा कीते सिकाल दाता आके निभा जा आके निभा जा भूल मेरी दिल चसमा जा दिल चसमा जा खुले हैं सारे रास्ते तेरे वास्ते मेरे सतगुरु प्यारे कट लावांगे सारे दुख देख तेरे सहारे
See, you have put the leaves over here, both sides. What are the leaves? These are
Hello, welcome everyone to today's satsang. Today we will start with the Shabbat by Jasri, Call to the Guru's God All Mind. Then we have a talk by Michael and a talk by Prempol, and the topic is the 6 chakras of Brahmanda. Then we will meditate for 5 minutes and we will watch Master's video, and then we will meditate all together with love and devotion. Thank you so much. We can start.
Raj Swami ji. Can you hear me, please? Yes. Okay. Today's Shabad is of Swamiji Maharaj. I'll just read the meaning of this. Go to the Guru's ghat O mind, and have the garment of the soul washed clean, using the soap of seva. Wash it with darshan, then immerse it in the water of love, using the detergent of his words. Burn the fire of longing under the boiler of love. The soul is scrubbed clean in the stream of bhakti that flows there day and night. When the garment of the soul is washed clean and pure, the mind is immensely delighted to wear it. The mind rises to the sky, where it unites with Shabad, ascends higher and higher, and reaches Trukuti. The soul then rises to the top of Sunna and is transformed into a swan. In Mahasun, it assumes an even more dazzling form. In Bhavar Gufa, it sings Sohang, Sohang. I am that, I am that. But only in Satlok does it truly realize the value of Sohang. Then, having seen Alak and Agam, the soul merges at Radha Swami feet. So, this is the stage where we want to go, all our court travelers. So, nice Shabad. Prempalji will describe in his discourse. I'll just start singing this. Thank you. गुरु घाट चलो मन भाई, गुरु घाट चलो मन भाई, सूरत चंदरिया लेव दुहाई, गुरु घाट चलो मन भाई, सेवा साबन दर्शन मंजन प्रेम का नीर भराई, गुरु घाट चलो मन भाई, वचन की रेह भाव की भाठी विरह की अगन जराई, गुरु घाट चलो मन भाई, भक्ति नदी जहाँ निस दिन बहती, मलमलता में मैल गवाई, गुरु घाट चलो मन भाई, उज्ज्वल निर्मल हुई सूरत जब, ओढ़त मन अब अति हर खाई, गुरु घाट चलो मन भाई, चला गगन पर मिला शबद संग, चढ़त चढ़त त्रिकुटी डिंग आई, गुरु घाट चलो मन भाई, सुन शिखर चढ़ हंस रूप धर, महासुन छवि और ही पाई, गुरु घाट चलो मन भाई, भंवर गुफा पर सोहंग सोहंग, सतलोक सत सोहंग गाई, गुरु घाट चलो मन भाई, राधा स्वामी चरणन जाय समाई, गुरु घाट चलो मन भाई। अलख अगम को देखत देखत, राधा स्वामी चरणन जाय समाई, गुरु घाट चलो मन भाई, गुरु घाट चलो मन भाई। सूरत चदरिया लेव दुहाई, गुरु घाट चलो मन भाई, गुरु घाट चलो मन भाई, गुरु घाट चलो मन भाई। Radha Swami ji, thank you for seva.
Sister, that you ignited the holy fire in our hearts, and now it's volcanic. Thank you so much. We love your seva.
Thank you.
Thank you. My dear holy family, I start satsang by putting my head on my three beloveds, the feet of Sant Singh, the feet of Ishwar Puri ji, the feet of Baba Sawan Singh, and I can't forget Sant Singh. These four masters, four godmen that have brought joy, love, and a true way of life for me and for all of us. I bow my head to them and I start this satsang. It is so charged to listen to the Gurbani in the beginning and then get the darshan of Sant Singh, the darshan of Baba Sawan Singh, and the darshan of Ishwar Puri ji. It just brings ripples of joy, ripples of love. It brings God, it brings the kingdom of God. And in the present, this present moment, when we look at the darshan, the drishti of the masters, it becomes true, it becomes real, it becomes alive. And the love is being showered, the love is being just a grace on all of us. It's a pull, it's a pull. And what happens to us when we associate with the perfect ones, when we think of the perfect ones, when we do the seva for many, many years, what will happen to us? What will happen to us is that we will fall in love from head to toe. We will fall in love. And day and night, that love will be on our heart. We will walk in love. We will drive in love. We will eat in love. We will talk in love. And we will sleep in love. We meditate in love. That every moment of our life is just love. What am I? I am just a soul in love. I have no idea about Alak, Agam, and all these higher regions. All I know is that I am in love. And that love brings joy to my heart moment after moment. Every time I think of Master, every time I imagine myself with Master from when I was with him physically, what does it bring? It just brings ripples of deep joy into my heart. I feel it, I feed on it. I drink the water of life. I drink the water of life. I eat the manna of life, of the blessing of the masters. That's all I know. That's all I know. I don't know anything else other than I am a soul in love. And if you are here, you are also in love of God, in love of Master. And that is what brings us here every day. Every day, satsang. Why? Why every day satsang? Because there is something alive. There is something true. There is something true being showered upon us from the city of love. We get to know the secrets. We get to learn the secrets of the city of love. We open the eyes of love. Our eyes of love are opened. Not this outer eye. That outer eye is not important. What I'm talking about is the eye of love. What is the eye of the love? That is, see with thy single eye, so you shall be full of light. That I is the I I'm talking about. The more we associate with the saints, the more we associate with the perfect ones, the more cleanliness is put on, is added from Master and from God to our inner self. And if thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. And if thine inner eye shall be clean, thy whole body shall be full of light. That light in this world, light shineth in darkness, but darkness comprehended it not. In the Bible it says, light shineth in darkness, but darkness comprehended it not. That in this world, after we have gone in the 8400,000 species, and we get the human body, and this is the doorway of exit of the cycle of birth, suffering, and death, birth, suffering, and death. We get the chance, we get the golden opportunity to leave this into the regions of joy and into the regions of love where we will never have to work again and we will just enjoy. And today I will read a little bit of maybe 2 or 3 poems of Saint Kabir. And in these poems, he is talking about the human being, how he is in darkness, that he have reached the highest, that the soul, if you think about it, if you think about the leaves of the tree, there is a function for the leaves, and there is a function for the trunk and the root of the tree, that the leaves are there to serve the tree. And once they get old, then they shed and new leaves come. This is the symbolic situation of the bodies we have. The bodies we have that we have went through 8400,000 species are like leaves, and each body that comes, they say that half of our existence was in the water, that we were in the water species, and then we grew, and that saints say that even the mineral life, the stone life, it has consciousness, and we have went through that too. That this cycle we have went, and it's a long cycle. And every life, every life we went to was not made for no purpose. God puts purpose in everything he makes. And when when we were even in the lives of stone and in the lives of insects and in the life of plants and trees and quadruples, there was a purpose. These bodies were like the leaves. They served the tree. And these bodies that we had, it made our soul, which is the trunk of the tree, grow. Life after life, it grew. Our soul grew, and then it reached the human body. And in the human body, it is the destination of the soul. Once it reaches this destination, that's it. It has a chance to exit. It has a chance to slip into the spiritual regions because God and the kingdom of God is befitted in this body. God is here 100% in this body. However, there are two forces working on us. One of the God power and one of the other power that wants to keep us into the cycle of reincarnation, life after life after life. And because of that, we miss the chance. We miss the chance of liberation. We miss the chance of liberation. Most people of the world have the human body, which is the highest blessing from God, but they don't use it in the right way. And they have to pay for their deeds and they have to go down into the cycle. And who knows when they get the human body again. So, how lucky are the ones who give their burden of the deeds to the master. There is a story. My master Sant Singh used to say that there were two people on the train. They both had luggages, and one had his luggage on his head while he is in the train, and the other one had the luggage next to him. And then the person that is next to him asked him, "Why don't you put the train will carry your luggage? Why don't you put your bag down?" And he said, "No, no, no, I can't put it down. I am traveling. I have to carry it." And this is the situation of the worldly people in this world. They don't give their luggage to the master. Instead of putting his luggage on the train and letting the train carry the luggage, his he carried his deeds, the worldly person, on his head and did not unburden. So all of us who came to the master, he is like our train where we laid our baggage from so many births, all our deeds, good or bad, we handed it to the master. And now we are free. We don't have that weight of this luggage, of this heavy burden, and we can fly up high. All what we have to do is keep polishing our soul and not to worry where I am, where we are, as long as we are in love. As long as we are in love with God, with Master, with the perfect one, that love will keep pulling us. What you think, so shall you become, and where our attention is, we will go. If we are in love with somebody, we will have to be with that person. And how best it is to be in love with the perfect one, then he will take us to his abode. We will be living with him, in him, and become him. So let me read a couple of poems from Saint Kabir to charge us and to ignite our holy fire even more and just pull us to the regions of love, pull us to the source of joy, to the source of happiness, to the source of love. Okay, cool. Okay, in this poem, Kabir says, "O my heart, you have not known all the secrets of this city of love. In ignorance you came, and in ignorance you return. O my friend, what have you done with this life? You have taken on your head the burden, heavy with stones, and who is to lighten it for you? Your friend stands on the other shore, but you never think in your mind how you may meet with him. The boat is broken, and yet you sit ever upon the bank, and thus you are beaten to no purpose by the waves. The servant Kabir asks you to consider, who is there that shall befriend you at the last? You are alone, you have no companion, you will suffer the consequences of your own deeds. This is the poem of the gist of what I talked about. The worldly man who misses the doorway of God and the doorway of the kingdom of God. Okay, another poem. It says, the Vedas say that the unconditioned stands beyond the world of conditions. The unconditioned stands beyond the world of conditions. That means the unconditional love. This world is the world of conditions, rules, and regulations. But there is another world that there is unconditional love. So the Vedas say that the unconditioned stands beyond the world of conditions. O woman, what does it avail thee to dispute whether he is beyond all or in all? See thou everything as thine own dwelling place. The mist of pleasure and pain can never spread there. There God is revealed day and night. There light is his garment. Light is his seat. Light rests on thy head. Kabir says, the master who is true, he is all light. Isn't that poem so delicious? Wow. Okay, cool. Another delicious poem. Open your eyes of love and see him who pervades this world. I consider it well and know that this is your own country. When you meet thy guru, he will awaken your heart. He will tell you the secret of love and detachment. And then you will know indeed that he transcends this universe. This world is the city of truth. Its maze of paths enchants the heart. We can reach the goal without crossing the road. Such is the sport unending, where the ring of manifold joys ever dances about him. There is the sport of eternal bliss. When we know this, then all our receiving and renouncing is over. Then force the heat of having shall never scorch us more. He is the ultimate rest, unbounded. He has spread his form of love throughout. And the world, from that ray which is truth, streams of new forms are perpetually springing, and he pervades those forms. All the gardens and groves and bowers are abounding with blossom, and the air breaks forth into ripples of joy. There the swan plays a wonderful game. There the unstruck music eddies around the infinite one. There in the midst the throne of the unheld is shining, where the great being sits. Millions of suns are shamed by the radiance of a single hair of his body. On the harp of the road, what true melodies are being sounded, and its notes pierce the heart. There, the eternal fountain is playing its endless life streams of birth and death. They call him emptiness, who is the truth of truths, in whom all truths are stored. There within him creation goes forward, which is beyond all philosophy, for philosophy cannot attain him. There is an endless world, O my brother, and there is the nameless being, of whom naught can be said. Only he knows it who has reached that region. It is other than all that is heard and said. No form, no body, no length, no breath is seen there. How can I tell you what that which is how can I tell you that which it is? He comes to the path of the infinite on whom the grace of the Lord descends. He is freed from birth and death who attains to him. Kabir says, it cannot be told by the words of the mouth. It cannot be written on paper. It is like it, it is like a dumb person who tastes a sweet thing. How shall it be explained? That these regions of eternal bliss, we have to experience them. That nothing can be said or told about them in books or from any person, that they have to be experienced. That's why we will keep holding the hand of our Master uh, until he takes us to his lap, where all this thing I read will be there for us in abundance love, joy, and eternal happiness. Okay, so my dear brothers and sisters, I thank my masters for the seva that they give me. And I enjoy being with you here. And I'm looking forward to listen to the holy words of our dear brother Prempel. So let me play him. By the way, Prempel wants us to play a shabd after his talk, so I'll play that shabd, okay?
Radha Swami, everyone. I will continue with the topic that I started last week about the 18 chakras, the physical, astral, and causal, and all those areas. These chakras are like the physical level and the astral level, eventually at the spiritual level. We are sitting in a physical body. Last time I discussed with you about the physical body, the six energy center. Energy centers are not the awareness center. Energy comes from the physical body, awareness comes with the mind. Now, the next level is mind. We already know about our physical body and everything. Now, we will start with the next level that starts from the third eye center. Last time I also discussed with the third eye center. Third eye center is a bridge connection between third eye center and a womb. There's always a connection, connecting point. It doesn't matter where you are. Also, if there is a river, big river, if you want to cross that river, there should be a bridge or say two or a pole that will help you to cross that river. But that bridge connect the both sides. So this third eye center not only collect the physical level chakras, but also connects the astral and causal level. If there is a bridge, that will bridge that bridge will connect the city to begin to end. Then there may be another bridge and another bridge and another bridge. There is always a connection between the bridge. The last time I stopped at the third eye center, Anjana Chakra or Agya Chakra. And I also said, मेरी नजर में मोती आया है. That means the awareness starts from there. The physical level awareness is at the physical level. That's energy. We know something at the physical level. Now the next level is awareness. After the awareness is the spirituality. Physical energy can be felt at the physical level, awareness could be felt at the mental level, and spirituality will be felt at the spiritual level that is beyond these six chakras. Now we are at the seventh level or next level. Last time I said from the Bani of Kabir Sahib ji, मेरी नजर में मोती आया है, कोई कहे हल्का कोई कहे भारा, दोनों भूल भुलाया है, ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वर ढूंढ थके तेने ढूंढ ना पाया है तिल तिल के भीतर किसे बिरली साधु पाया है. कबीर साहब जी says, मेरी नजर में मोती आया है. I find a very precious pearl, मोती. मेरी नजर में मोती आया है, कोई कहे हल्का कोई कहे भारा, दोनों भूल भुलाया है, ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वर ढूंढ थके तेने ढूंढ ना पाया है. Very important thing to understand. How come Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar never could find it? Because Kabir Sahib Ji is talking about the third eye center. This is above the 9 doors and all the energy chakras. All these Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, they are sitting at the lower level. Brahma ji sitting there, then Vishnu ji and Shiv ji sitting at the lower physical chakras. Now Kabir Sahib is talking about the third eye center. Like all those Devi and Devtas, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, they have their own territory. They have their own territory. They have their own. They stand there, and they have their own territory, and they don't go up. ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश ढूंढ थके ते ने ढूंढ ना पाया है. As Vishesh Paji already made it clear to us in the very beginning, what happened? Brahma never could find his father, and all same thing with Vishnu and Mahesh. Then Ashtangi Mataji, Jyot started their own 6 chakras, their own physical level. ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश ढूंढ तके ने ढूंढ ना पाया है. That means even Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, Ganesh can't even go to the third eye center because they have their own territory. They stand there. Then who can go to the third eye center? ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश ढूंढ सके किसे ढूंढ ना पाया है तिल तिल के भीतर. Til means eye. वो between these two eye there is a third eye center or third eye or अंजना चक्र, आज्ञा चक्र, दिव्य चक्षु, शिव नेत्र, नोक्ता सफेद. किसे बिरले साधु पाया है. What is sadhu? Sadhu does not mean the person with pink, yellow, white clothes or beard and turban, nothing. Sadhu means sadhana, the one who do sadhana. What is sadhana? Sadhana means to concentrate at something. किसे बिरले साधु पाया है. Sadhu means seeker. In reality, the meaning of sadhu means seeker. To begin with, the person, the satsangi, who will start meditation is sadhu, the one who do the sadhana, meditation. If you start walking, keep going and going, eventually you will start walking. You will covering your destination. Eventually you will reach at the destination. You will reach at the destination. किसे बिरले साधु पाया है. बस बिरला. Birla means chosen few. Chosen few. Nanak kotan mein quote. Why Baba Nanaki said that? Baba Nanaki said that after having a discussion with all those yogis. Those yogis says, Babaji, we have the 6 chakras. And they also have the same names. Babaji, who have the 6 chakra. Babaji said there are many more chakras. You are stuck with the physical level chakra. There next chakra, awareness chakras. Even beyond that, there's the spiritual chakras, the real chakras. Physical awareness, then the mental awareness, then the spiritual awareness is the real jnana or knowledge. And the Bani of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji says, Ram Naam Ratan Kothdi, Gad Mandir Ek Lokani, Satgur Mile Tak Khojgiye, Mile Jyoti Jyot Malani, Madho Sadhu Jan Dev Malai. Here Baba Nanak Ji says very important thing to all those yogis. Ram Naam Ratan Kothdi. Ram means the one who is residing in everyone. Then who is residing in everyone? The soul. Doesn't matter if you are a human being or a tree. In 8.4 million species, the soul is there. That is Ram. Ram means the who, jeda ke sade sareyan vich ramya hoya. The one who resides in every one of us. That's Ram. Ram Naam. The next thing Babaji says, Baba, Ram Naam. What is Naam? Naam is the sound current or the creative power that created everything. Ratan, very precious jewel. Kothdi. Kothdi is inside. God means the fort or killa. Mandir ek lukani, there is something inside of you. Satgur mele ta khojiye, mele jyoti jyot manani. Baba Nanak is saying to this all these yogis, your physical body is not the only body. There are more bodies inside that physical body, known as astral body and causal body. If you remove all those bodies, then you will see who you are. That is self, or soul, or Atma. Atma. And where is the God? Atam me Ram, Ram me Atam Chinis Gur Bichara. Once you realize the soul, you will realize what God is. That's self-realization. Baba Ji told them, Ram Nam Ratan Kothdi Gandhar Gad Mandir Kalukani Satgur Mile the Khojiye. Without perfect learning master, you can't discover that. All those yogis who were doing yogas at the physical level, you don't need a master to do the physical yoga. You can do it even online. You can see something on YouTube and start the yoga. That help you to do something at the physical level. Here Baba Nanak Ji says, Satgur mele tak khojiye, without perfect learning master, you can't discover the other bodies inside your physical body. Inside your physical body is an astral body, causal body, and after that there is a soul. Astral body is a sensory body. The same kind of body we have here. The best example to understand astral body is when we are experiencing a dream. When we are dreaming, at that time our physical body is sleeping, but still, what kind of body we are in when we experience the dream? Dream time, we are in an astral body called Suksham Srir. The Suksham Srir looks the same. All the sense perceptions that are in the physical body, they are also in the astral body. The smelling, taste, touching, hearing, and seeing, everything, all those faculties. What are the sensory bodies? Just like a sensor, like we have a sensor in our car. If our tire pressure goes low, and all of a sudden something will pop up on our dashboard. In a car, that will tell us your tire is low, you need oil change, and something is wrong, your door is open, your seat belt is not on, there is a fog, there is this. Same thing is here in our sensory body. If something is cold or hot, the sensor is our skin. Our skin will tell us when you go outside, it's cold or hot. What we see outside is our eyes. What we hear outside is our ears. And what kind of smell is going on, bad smell, good smell, is our nose. And what we taste with our tongue, that tells us the taste. These are the sensors. Same sensor we have in our sensory body. Sensory body. Beyond this, physical, astral, causal, there is a spiritual body. But here, last time I stopped at the third essence. Here, Kabir Sahib Ji and Baba Nanak Ji starts from there. मेरी नजर में मूर्ति आ रहा है. At the same time, Baba Nanak Ji says, Ram Nam Ratan Kothdi. There is something inside our physical body. Physical body, that Kothdi means something inside. Satgur mele to khojiye, without perfect liquor master, you can't discover it. You can't discover the other forms of your body, like physical body, you all know it. Doctors know it. Everybody know it. Even your X-ray machine catch it. How about the astral body? Do you think any X-ray machine will catch up your astral body? Do you think any equipment will capture your causal body? Is it possible for any machine or any scientist, even doesn't matter if the scientist got a PhD or DLED degree, can that scientist give me a picture of the soul? No, cannot. This is beyond physical levels. What we experience at the next level has nothing to do with the physical. Now we are at the higher level. Higher level. Seeing without eyes. ਅੱਖਾਂ ਵਾਜੋਂ ਵੇਖਣਾ ਬਿਨ ਕੰਨਾਂ ਸੁਣਨਾ, ਪੈਰਾਂ ਵਾਜੋਂ ਚੱਲਣਾ ਬਿਨ ਹੱਥਾਂ ਕਰਨਾ, ਜੀਭੇ ਵਾਜੋਂ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਤਿਉਂ ਜੀਵਤ ਮਰਨਾ, ਨਾਨਕ ਹੁਕਮ ਪਛਾਣ ਕੇ ਤਿਉਂ ਖਸਮ ਮਿਲਣਾ. Here Baba Nanak ji again talking about beyond physical. Forget about these 6 centers, let's go to the next level. The next level, these chakras are just the names. Only to understand the reason all those yogis, because the Jog Mat was so powerful when the Sahaj Jog, the Jog that Baba Nanak ji, Saint Ravidas ji, Kabir Sahib ji, and all the other saints, Bhakt Namdev ji, and Bhakt Thakar ji, all the saints started with, they told the yogis, you really don't have to leave your house. You can just stay in a society, pay up your karmas, and do meditation while earning your hard living, like Baba Nanak ji, Kabir Sahib ji was a weaver, and Saint Ravidas ji was a cobbler master, he bending the shoes, but still they made their earning by bending shoes or making the cloth as a weaver, but still they are the most famous saint because they gave us the lesson. Stay in this society, pay up your karma, and earn your hard money with whatever skills you have, and still do the seva. Still do the seva. As Kabir Sahib ji, Bhakt Namdev ji, Saint Ravidas ji, Baba Nanak ji, all the schools did the seva. That is Sahaj Jog. As Ishwar Puri Maharaj ji, the best example in this modern era is Ishwar Puri Maharaj ji. He became IAS officer. He did a lot of job, he did a lot of work. Still, he lived on his own earning and did a lot of seva. Lot of seva. That's the next level, next chakras. That is from physical to the next level. If you need me to name those levels, from physical level, from the third eye center or Anjana Chakra, the next level, Anjana Chakra is level 1. Then you go to the Sansdal Kamal. Then you go to the Bankanal. Then you go to the Brahm. The third eye center is number 1. Sansdal Kamal 1000 Peter probably the next. Bankanal is the crooked tunnel, that's the third. Now the universal mind area or the Brahm is the fourth. In fourth, in Brahm, there are 2 Brahm, you can divide Brahm into 3 sections. Brahm or Tirkuti, and you can, the next one is Gagan Mandal, then Gurupad. Like if you enter in a big city like a New Delhi, for example, New Delhi, Nami Delhi, Purani Delhi, and all those like Eastern New York, Western New York, and Central New York. Same thing here, when you enter in the universal mind area of Brahm, when you enter there's Tirkuti. Tirkuti means 3 sides. Those 3 sides are Tirkuti, Gaganamandal, and Gurupad. Tirkuti means 3 dimensional. Name of these 3 chakras is Tirkuti or Brahm, Gaganamandal is the center, and Gurupad is the exit door. When you enter in the Tirkuti or Brahm, that's Tirkuti. Gaganamandal is the center of that. Gaganamandal which Urtmukh Kuya, Gurmukh Sadhu Bharbar Piya. In the middle of that Tirkuti, if you draw a triangle shaped triangle, where all the 2 lines meet, that is the center of that triangle. In triangle, what you will see? Gagan Mandal. Gagan means in the middle of that, there could be Gagan Mandal which Urdmukh Kuya, Kurmak Sadhu Bharbar Bhiya. All those sadhu, the one who are doing meditation, when they do enter in the middle of that particular Brahm area, then there is Urdmukh Kuya. Urdmukh Kuya means there is a well. Putta Kuya. If you tilt or pick up the well or Kuya and tilt it upside down, the water will start flowing. then you can drink that water. That's holy water. Urdhmukh kuya. Urdhmukh means well upside down. Then you can drink that water. If you drink that water, you can stay there for how many? 3996 yugas you can stay there. And what is the exit door from there? This is also known as Dasma door or 10th door. Because now you're beyond physical and all those 9 doors that open outside. Now you're entering inside. For example, if there is a big palace, you can enter in this palace. There's an entrance door. If you leave that palace from the backyard, then this is the exit door. Entrance door and exit door belong to the same palace. So 10th door, when you enter in the Brahm, when you exit the Brahm is also known as a 10th door. The entrance door will take you to the Brahm. The exit door will take you to Par Brahm, beyond time and space. Beyond time and space. Before, when you enter that Tirkuti, it's a big area to discover, as Sant Mat Dwaji says. Big area to discover. Ishwar Puri Maharaj says, even if you go to the first level, that's Hansdal Kamal, 1000 people. It's such a beautiful area, you love to stay there for thousands and thousands of years. It's up to you. If you want to stay there for 10,000 years, it's up to you. Your master will stay with you. If you want to go to Brahm, you can stay there for many, many yugas. Unless there is a furlough, there is a destruction. Everything goes. You can stay there for as long as your master will stay there too. Now the question, what happened? You can stay there as long as you want. Like I told you the last time in my Punjabi satsang, I always told a story. DPG got an instruction from Huzur Maharaj Baba Sawan Singh ji, and she went to the Brahm. It was so beautiful. She decided to see everything. She keeps seeing and seeing for 20 years. And after that, Baba Sawan Singh, Kakko, तेरा आखिरी टाइम आ गया, तू सब कुछ देखना. Kakko, your physical time is almost up. You want to see everything? You can, if you want. But I love to take you beyond Parabram, beyond time and space. So you don't have to worry about anything. So you can stay on those levels as long as you want. But the best thing is, just ask your master, Master, please take me to Sachkhand. Why? Because your soul will realize a real blissful state when soul reaches home. When soul reaches home. Like a traveler. If a traveler leaves home, keep traveling, he won't be satisfied unless he comes back home. Your soul will feel the blissful state when the soul comes back to where the soul left. Where the soul left, as Swamiji Maharaj says, you can stay there as long as you want. No problem. Once you are at the astral body, then you can stay as long as you want. Guru Ghad Cholo Man, Bhai, Surtu Chadriya Leo Dholai. Swamiji Maharaj said, what is Guru Ghad? That's the exit door from the Brahm. Let's go beyond time and space. That's what Swamiji Maharaj says. Seva, Saban, Darshan, Manjan, Prem ka nirbhai. Bachan ki re bhav ki thari. बैर की अगन जराई भगती नदी जहां तिस दिन बरसी मलमल तामे मैल घवाई उज्जवल निर्मल हुई सुरत जब उड़त मन तब अति हरखाई चला गगन पर मिला शब्द संग चढ़त चढ़ तिरकुटी ढिंग आई सोन शिखर चढ़ हंस रूप धर महा सोन छवि और ही पाई बबर गुफा पर सोहंग सोहंग सत सत लोक सत सोहंग गाई अगम अलख अलख गम को देखत देखत राधा स्वामी चरण समाई. In this Shabd, Swamiji Maharaj is not only talking about the 6 chakras of the causal and astral level. Swamiji Maharaj explaining everything. I would like to explain the other chakras in my next talk. Please accept my seva and forgive all my mistakes. Please. Radha Swamin.
I didn't realize how many mistakes I was making in English until I started to use Grammarly.
It's like having a proofreader and an English teacher.
All right. Thank you, Brother Prempal, for your seva and beautiful talk. And now we can do 3 minutes of meditation and prepare ourselves for our Holy Father, Ishwar Puri Ji.
Things we are afraid of, this might happen, don't happen. So there's no sense of fearing so much. But fear and doubt will come to us so long as we identify ourselves with our mind. When we realize we are not the mind and can observe the mind working and separate ourselves, which is part of meditation technique, to separate ourselves from the mind. When you separate yourself from the mind, fear disappears forever. You become fearless. Doubt disappears forever. That is why when you go to see Perfect Living Master, like I would see Baba Sawan Singh, he was fearless all the time. Fearless, certain. In the talks that Perfect Living Master gives, there are no such words as maybe, perhaps. Those are the words in the professor's language when they teach. In intellectual language, there is always a maybe or a perhaps. Not in the language of the Perfect Living Master, because what they are saying for what they are immediately experiencing at that time. As I said in the morning session, when you reach that state of totality, you are automatically knowing everything of every level. Therefore, it's a beautiful experience. You're not living at one reality at a time. You're living in all realities and all illusions. They're all the same. That's what you find out. The realities have been created like that to be real. So when you have that state, fearlessness comes natural. No worry takes place. So that is why just become strong to deal with the problems in hand and don't spend too much time speculating on what might happen, nor do I spend too much time in what has already happened. Imagine most of us are spending so much time in looking back what happened. Oh, I could have done that better. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That's a very silly way of living. To be living in the past. Do you know what you will remember the most? Very few good things. You remember mostly negative things of the past. You did something wrong. Okay, you did it. And you felt it was wrong. Do you have to feel that it was wrong all your life? Isn't it enough to feel wrong? Say sorry, forgive yourself, forgive others, and move on. No, we carry that guilt throughout. And guilt is a very big detriment, very big obstacle to good meditation. Because when we want to meditate right here in the present, the old thoughts come. Guilt is a very heavy thought that we carry all the time. So there should be no place for guilt. Guilt can only go away by an affirmation of forgiveness. Oh, I did wrong to my mother, and she now died. I can't even ask for forgiveness. Yes, you can. Forgive her in absentia. She may be dead for you, but she may be able to hear your forgiveness. And so many times we condemn ourselves because we did not forgive, we didn't do the right thing, and we carry this stuff all our life. No, forgive yourself also. Forgiveness is a wonderful remedy for so much of our life's illness. Forgive yourself, forgive all others. All others, forgive them. And forgive yourself. See how light you feel and how good meditation becomes with that.
If your master is within you, why doesn't everyone have a unique master? Why can't you only be my master?
If your master is within you, why doesn't everyone here have a unique master? Why can't you only be my master? Master is a human being, ordinary human being, just like us. Born like us, dies like us, falls sick like us, eats food like us, goes to hospital like us, has children like us, has responsibilities. No difference at all between the life of a perfect living master and another human being, including his disciples. No difference. Only difference is in the awareness, level of awareness. We are not aware of ourselves. We are not aware of even the inner cover that we have, mind and senses. Master is constantly 24/7 aware of it. When masters come as human beings in a human life with karma, with just like a pattern like ours, their interaction with us is at the human level. And that is why masters, when they come here, don't pretend to be anybody higher than that. No perfect living master has even ever claimed to be a master. Great master never said he's a master. Guru Nanak has never said he was a guru. He said he was Dasan Das, the servant of the servants. If you see, no perfect living master said this. What they want to be our friends. We become friends. And you can't be friends if you're not ordinary. If you're extraordinary, you can't have friendship. You have to be ordinary. And sometimes I give example. Supposing an extraordinary master happens to come in here to see what's going on. And the extraordinariness is he can levitate. He's coming flying in the air like this. When he's flying overhead, he'll make some noise so we can see him. Otherwise, no use is coming. So when he gives a signal, all of you will look up and see a person flying over there. Wow, wonderful. Then what will be our thoughts? We look at that person, there must be some string attached. There is some trickery going on. That's the first thought. Second thought, maybe by some yogic practice, this man has learned real levitation and he's a real master, he's gone up there. You can have that feeling. Some may even faint seeing this a body just moving around like that, ghostly figure. Some may not be sure if it's a real person. Many of us may worship him. He is really enlightened. Let's worship him. Extraordinary person. But none of us will be his friend, nor can we fall in love with that master. Supposing while he is performing his levitation and it falls down here, everybody sitting around will go and try to say, can we help you? First time little compassion will come in your mind. Love and compassion does not flow just like that. Love and compassion flows for somebody who is like yourself, just like yourself. The more like yourself, more love and compassion flow. That is why these perfect living masters are giving us an example of love. And they come exactly like ordinary beings. So when they come as ordinary beings, then like ordinary beings, they say, okay, we have to now pick up some people. Where are they? They don't use magic for that. They carry list A, these souls we have to take. Where are they? They locate them, appear in their life by coincidences and circumstances, and then they become their friends and take them back gradually through the process of love. And we feel love and devotion in our hearts. We go and follow them, and they take us inside and all above. So this is something that they remain ordinary. Therefore, in an ordinary sense, they say, okay, I have come for these people, not for the general public. Teachers come for big audiences. Perfect living masters come for the marked souls. Marked souls who are on their list which they have to carry back. As it happens, because of their awareness, they have an impact even on those who are not on the list that they are carrying. So that is why this phrase I have coined up. There is a list A for which they have come, a list B which they generate by being amongst other people who are not their marked sheep. So that is why masters come only for marked sheep. And this world is based on time and space. A human being can't be everywhere, and a human being can't be teaching everywhere. Therefore, they are born in different places where the seekers. They come where seeking is going on from the soul. And when they appear, they pick up the seekers for whom they have come. Therefore, they can't pick up everybody. There are millions of seekers on this planet. Millions. Masters will come time to time in different places where the seekers are. Sometimes there's an area with many seekers. And master is one human being. Then two masters will appear in the same area with different sheets marked. One, these souls marked for one, these souls for another. A soul marked for one master happens to be in the presence of the other master, will not feel that pull. The other one, first master is pulling love, second perfect living master is not pulling. Why? Not his or her master. So therefore, this is not a generalized teaching that they come for. They come for individuals, and an individual can say, I found a perfect living master, you come to him. We're telling a friend. Friend says, I don't feel any pull. It's not necessary that the master is that friend's master also. There could be another master for the friend. So that is why, as populations grow, the age changes from Satyug to Kali Yuga, from the Iron Age to the Golden Age. Population size increases a lot before we destroy ourselves to enter the Golden Age. At that time, more masters come. In the beginning, very few masters exist, very few seekers are there. But in the age of Kali Yuga, in which we are passing now, more masters appear. More masters, there can be masters by thousands teaching us basic principles of going within. They are just teaching, go within, go within. They don't know what else is within. But they know there is something, they teach us. So we go to a master, he teaches us, go within. We say, Master, what next? We don't know. Next master will tell you. Second master comes to life, third comes to life, fourth comes to life. When our seeking goes on unsatisfied, the final perfect living master appears in our life. It takes us back home. Till that journey, you may come across so many masters, including some perfect living masters who are not your master. So it's not a general game that the masters have come for humanity and they've come to teach everybody to go. No, they're not teachers. So they come like that. So that is why you have to have your own master. One can say, my master, great master, when I was with him, I felt he was only my master. How could a person love you so much that you can feel he could be loving somebody else? We are not used to that as human beings. We like to be very unique, and uniqueness means separation. Masters are here to remove separation, and we want separation to become exclusive. Master, you should only love me. Be exclusive. Let other people find their own masters. That's how mind runs. And very often, the intensity of a master's love gives us that feeling. He's only our master. Others are only in the early stages, they find their own masters. It happens because these thoughts come from our mind which divide, exclude, separate. And master's love is for union, for uniting. That is why the love is strong, but masters can make you feel the only exclusive master. And they can give you that feeling, which is great. Their love is so powerful. They don't have to think whether I love a person or not. It's automatic. Almost radiates from them. When you are in the presence, something is affecting us without even knowing how it's affecting. So that is why these masters affect us. When people ask me, which master should I follow? Generally, this question is coming from their mind. Tell me the master, I'll check him out. I'll see if he's a master or not. If we human beings can find out who is a master or not, we are masters ourselves. We can't find. And masters can play games so that a person who's only curious to check him out, they'll pretend they are completely non-masters. He says, yes, I found out he's not a master. And masters can do that because that person is not on their list. He's list B. So it's a very complicated game. Now, I can't tell you exactly how masters perform, but one day I think I'll check into the master's manual of operation and see what else they can tell us. But it is a very wonderful thing. I tell people, follow the master who pulls you. There was a master in India, in a dera. I'm giving a name, he's passed away. His name was Baba Pratap Singh. And he had a dera in a place very, very close, about 20 miles away from the dera where Great Master was there. The dera that was where Great Master worked was called Dera Baba Jamal Singh, named after his master, Jamal Singh. The other dera was called Dera Baba Bagga Singh, because another disciple, Swamiji's, was setting that up. So there were two deras there. They were pretty close to each other. They were both owing allegiance to the teachings of one master, Seth Shivdayal Singh Swamiji of Agra, who set up the Radha Swami faith. This Baba Pratap Singh was initiated by the successor of Baba Bagga Singh. Baba Bagga Singh's successor name was Deva Singh. Very interesting story. When Great Master was alive, my father and I were also his disciples. One day, my father was standing next to Great Master while he was talking to a group of sevadars. And a message came, somebody brought a little message. Message said that Bhagat Singh has died of the other Dera. And people are not sure who is the successor. You please come and decide. So, great master Baba Sawan Singh turned to my father and said, Lekhraj, that was his name, Lekhraj, do you have your car here? And he said, yes, it's parked right there. He said, we have to go to Tarun Taran right now. Baba Bhagat Singh has passed away and they are not sure who their successor is. So my dad took the great master in his car to Tarun Taran. Their great master gave a discourse, a satsang, and said, Deva Singh will be the next master. Because of the nature of his personality, what great master would speak, most people would accept. So the disciples of Baba Bhagat Singh accepted the choice. So Baba Deva Singh became the master. Then Baba Deva Singh had a disciple named Pratap Singh, who was a wrestler. He was a good wrestler. He could wrestle with people. He was a disciple. So he got initiated from Baba Deva Singh. But he, because of this close relationship, because great master had gone to their dera, many of the followers of Deva Singh would also attend satsangs, attend discourses in the great master dera, Baba Jamal Singh dera. So Pratap Singh would come there, and when he would see great master, he was pulled by love. When he would go back to listen to his own master, there was no pull. He was surprised. He did meditation, and part of the meditation is called dhyan, contemplation of the face of your master. When he would contemplate, instead of his master Deva Singh appearing, Baba Sawan Singh would appear. And he would try to push Sawan Singh aside in meditation to try to imagine his own master. It became difficult. So this Pratap Singh went to great master Baba Sawan Singh and he said, why are you messing up my meditation? I am not your disciple. I am disciple of Baba Deva Singh, who you appointed there. And I am trying to do his dhyan, I am trying to remember him, and you are coming in my meditation and interfering. Great master laughed and said, Pratap Singh, when any disciple of a master has a problem in meditation, he should go to his own master. Why have you come to me? You have a problem in meditation, go to your master. So Pratap Singh went back and went to his master, Baba Deva Singh, and said, Master, I am your initiate. And when I try to meditate, I can't remember you, I remember Baba Sawan Singh. And I went to him and I told him, why are you interfering in my meditation? And he said, if you have a problem in meditation, go to your own master. So I've come to you. And Baba Deva Singh said, Pratap Singh, all masters in their highest form are the same. It's the same master power which is just manifesting in different human bodies. It does not mean that the power is different. It does not mean any difference at all. Which route you take when you go into the same place, and therefore it doesn't matter whether that master is your master or I am your master. The one that pulls you is the one that you love. Your love has developed for Baba Sawan Singh and not for me. Therefore, now I am advising you, go back to Baba Sawan Singh and tell him this and ask him, Baba Sawan Singh, do you accept me as your disciple? So Baba Pratap Singh did that, went back and told great master, this is what my conversation is with my master. He has sent me now this time. Will you accept me as your disciple? And great master smiled and said, Beshak, of course. And so he began to meditate on Baba Pratap Singh. Pratap Singh began to meditate on Baba Sawan Singh. This is a very important feature that we sometimes feel, oh, I don't know who is my master. When people ask me, any master who pulls you is your master at that time. He may not even be a perfect master. But you are at the stage in your spiritual journey, you need that master. Follow the master that pulls you with his love. And if that is not your master, you will yourself find out that you are not satisfied. The seeking will continue. Another master will appear in your life to take you forward. When you are ready to go to your true home, your seeking will be only for your true home. A perfect living master will appear in your life. So that is why one should not worry too much about. Wherever the pull is, go there. One friend of mine wrote to me, tell me truthfully, these two masters, which one should I follow? Who is higher? I said to him, I am no judge of masters. I am not a master myself. I am trying to be sevadar of my master, trying to serve him. But all I can say is that whichever master pulls you, go follow. He wrote back to me, both of them are pulling me. Now tell me which one I follow. I said, people can't find even one perfect master. How lucky you are to find two. Follow any one of those two. They're equally good. So these things happen in life. And we get into situations, the mind asks questions, mind wants to be satisfied. Another issue comes up. A strange feeling is, they think that getting initiated by a master is like being married to the master. Oh, I am his disciple. Am I betraying am I betraying my master by going somewhere else? So many people used to say this to great master said, you can go anywhere. He not only allowed, he asked his people, go anywhere, any master, if something is better than I can give you, take it. And come and tell me, he said, I will also take it. They are so open. And we in our mind say, maybe I am not being loyal to the master. It's not a game of loyalty here, it's a game of going within yourself and finding who the master is. Even to know if you are initiated or not, go inside and find out. So the whole journey is inside to discovery. And we are playing the same games outside like we play with normal families and normal relationships. That's not the relationship with a master. Master works like an ordinary person. You're not married to the master. You are being pulled by the master to go back home and leave all marriages around here. Leave everything here, which has not worked well. I would still like to meet a few couples who can say, after some years, our marriage is very successful. I haven't found them yet. But I hear stories otherwise all the time of broken relationships, too much expectations. That is why it's not a relationship like that. These worldly relationships are all tied up with our payment of our past karma. It's not something that we have really found our beloved and we found somebody. These are all relationships created from karma, and we have to pay off our price, which we are doing. Whether you do it more cheerfully, you can pay off your karma very nicely if you know it's a payoff and you have to pay your bills. When we have to pay the bills that we buy things, we pay cheerfully. We got something, we're giving. Karma is like that. We get good karma, we get bad karma. We are all happy good karma is okay. So why is bad karma being imposed on us? Nobody imposed it. It's our own doing. We're just paying for it. And I always say, the marriage is one of the fastest ways to pay off karma. It's true. It creates the conditions where you're so close to each other. When you are dating, it's a different situation. When you're married, it's a different situation. I had, in the 60s, I had a friend named Emily. So now, if you follow with me, please close your eyes. Sit upright on your chairs or on the floor, wherever you are sitting. Upright because the house should not tilt around. It's your house now. Do not move your house. Do not crack the walls. So be very still. And when you're very still, If you are moving your attention around other parts of the body, thinking about them, now pull it up to the head and behind the eyes. And think of nothing else but sitting in the middle of the head. You can use an imaginary chair, you can sit on the floor, you can stand there in the space. But do not lower yourself below the eyes. Do not go to sleep, do not go to the throat center, stay awake at the eye level. If you're too forward, push yourself behind. If you're sitting on a chair, press your feet so that you can move backwards to the center of the head. Don't push too hard, you'll go out of the head from behind, but stay in the center. Center yourself exactly where you think the eyes are in front of you, the ears are on either side of you. And imagine you are there, doing nothing but just locating yourself. If any colors or pictures come in front of you, ignore them. Don't move forward towards them. Any memories come, don't look at them. Look at the center where you are. Stay at the center. If you hear any sounds, ignore them. Do not move away. Do not go towards the sound or towards any light or picture or color. Concentrate on being in the center.